Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless tarot reading. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, for joining me for this reading. But I also want to remind you, per usual, this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But as well, I want to thank you in advance for your support, your love by liking this video, commenting, and subscribing to this channel, and joining this Virgo tribe if you haven't done so already. Now that I got all of that out, let's begin with the message that I channeled for you, before recording. I heard, what do you actually want? What do you actually want? Now, for some of you, that's regarding multiple situations, whether it has to do with your career, love, or just a connection, or what kind of connection you want. For some of you, it has to do with where to live, or another financial investment. But I just feel like for some, it's one of which, but it could be multiple. All right, what do you actually want? It's up to you in the end. For Virgo, we're pulling from the Pure Magic Oracle deck to begin. Birds in the sky, I feel like that'll happen in a moment where you're meant to be distracted. You'll be pushed to look at the birds in the sky, or you'll just feel a bit spacey in a moment where you're pushed to reflect on what's taken place so you can figure out how to proceed in where it most benefits you, okay? I hope that was worded accurately, but I don't think it was. For Virgo. Yeah, I sense that you're feeling a little bit stuck at this time. Quite busy, packed schedules, what I'm getting, but I do sense that you are feeling a bit stuck. The cards are not coming out, or the card is not coming out quite quick enough. Okay, they want the top one. We have the Vervain Everlasting. I don't know if this has ever come out in a reading for me. It talks about spellbound, soul alignment, release, and protection. You're being reminded you're protected with whatever you decide is best for you. For some of you drawn to this reading, you're wrapped up with a specific individual, whether it's just sexually or it's a commitment of some sort. You could be in a relationship with them. But I feel as if you're being pushed to ask yourself what you truly want as far as where that is meant to go, if you want it to continue or not. If for those of you who are single, you're being pushed to ask oneself, what kind of person do you actually want? When do you feel you'll actually be ready to successfully date somebody? Okay. For some of you, this is more to do with certain friends or one specific friend. Do you actually want to keep them within your circle, or just within your world in one way, shape, or form? Is it going to benefit you? But I do feel like your soul is, interestingly enough, aligning with people you would not expect at certain points. It's to keep your mind open as to who would be a good fit for you in your life, okay? So it does feel like connections are taking a true focus for you when you're at work, when you're even running your business, when you're out and about. People ask you questions randomly to entertain you, or just to push you to see how you connect with that type of person or how you respond to them. I do feel like you're quite burnt out with the 9 here, okay? But there's a wish fulfillment on the horizon for you, but you need to solidify in one's mind exactly what that is for you, or certain factors within that wish fulfillment before it can come to be. Does that make sense? I feel as if your connection to the spirit world will feel quite relevant as well, if it hasn't already. Even if you're not one to consider yourself extremely connected or connected at all, you do have spirits that join you. And I feel like someone that's not prominently in your life these days is teaching you in one way, shape, or form, or has taught you, or both, could be continuation of which, is teaching you about the spirit world, or just has left you more spiritual. I do sense that you're feeling connected to certain people's souls. You can feel people's energy more so these days, even if you have in the past. I do sense that you're just changing in more than one way, all right? Whatever's making you nervous, putting your own thoughts and concerns and whatnot aside, there's a need to minimize its role in your life if you can. Okay, I do just feel as if you're desiring freedom in moments where you're stuck at work or you're at home, wanting to just escape situations, even when you're wrapped up with somebody you chose to or desire, enjoy their presence, okay, good crack is what I'm hearing. Good laughs, fun, stuff of that nature, bonding. You even desire freedom from that connection in certain moments or just in general. And I feel as if it's your desires and wants just developing and changing over time. All right. You're being pushed to travel. All right. Whether that's a vacation, to change and move residence, to go further in the future. I do feel like your inner dreams, your outward dreams as well, right, in a larger sense, are all feeling quite relevant at this time. There's background noise you're dealing with, and I feel quite annoyed for you when it comes to that because it doesn't suit your way of being, your lifestyle. This card's meant to come out. Okay, we're pulling from the spellcasting deck now. You're being reminded that you need closure for certain situations that are no longer in your life, or wrongdoings from the past, or you need to forgive yourself for not being the nicest to oneself at certain points in the past. Does that make sense? Or not coping with things to the best of your ability? It's a growing and changing kind of process for you, right? Positive self-talk needs to be implemented more so moving forward. But I do feel like you're being reminded through these implications, through these the acquiring of closure and whatnot, right? The forgiveness that you are one strong individual. I'm so sorry that was so wordy. That was key wording, but I do feel like you were meant to hear these messages today, okay? We're gonna pull one from this deck now. Wow, we're just using a lot of decks. This one is the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck for Virgo. When things don't come easily, don't force it. That goes for people, goes for work. You're being pushed to remember that you're absolutely beautiful, okay? They're saying gorgeous. You're just one of a kind when it comes to your beauty. And your connection to the universe needs to be taken into account, all right? There's a lot more happening behind the scenes spirit-wise than you remember at times or even want to admit, okay? As I feel there are spirits working on your behalf to make sure things work out in your favor. But you need to believe in the power that you have to recover, to get everything done. But let's balance out our schedule. Are you working too much, okay? Are you partying too much? There's something you're doing too much of, and it's throwing things out of whack balance-wise, and you're feeling a bit fogged in at times, okay? Feeling like you can't see the way, feeling like you're weighed down by whatever you're wrapping yourself up with too much, right? I just feel like there's fantasizing to be experienced, to take place moving forward, so that you can, again, figure out what you truly want and just a chance to somewhat mentally escape from where you're at or what you're dealing with internally. Because I do sense that you're going through more than people realize at times, all right? Or you've been through more than in the past than anyone would ever believe, okay? But at times I think that would help you bond with people, but I'm not sure that that's the kind of bonding you're looking for or going after at this time or in general. But I do feel like there's the whirlwind of your mind that's taking a focus at times because you're so analytical, because you desire perfection at times, and because you just want to be loved, all right? And I sense that you need to center the love that is meant for you, that will manifest and come towards you, around your self-love. Take care of oneself to attract the attention and love that is meant for you, okay? Spirit's saying that was corny, but it's coming out for a reason. I feel as if travel, once again, movement is just part of your story, okay? There's places you haven't experienced, and that will help you grow on a soul level. Let's pull from the Mermaid Tarot. Actually, I feel the need to shuffle it this way. Yeah, I feel as if completion, endings is taking a focus. You're a little bit emotional in regards to a future ending that you know is about to come to be, but it's meant to, right? Think about it for a hot second and you'll remember that you grew and learned a lot from that situation, whether it's a work scenario, whether it's a relationship, a connection, it could be multiple. It's meant to be. I'm hearing friends still remember you. Those who aren't right by your side, we have the Ace of Cups. There's a beginning on the horizon, my friend, and it's going to leave you feeling so abundant. You're going to feel as if things are just floating towards you more. You're going to sense that you just have gone through what you went through recently for a reason. The nerves will start to subside once you start to figure out and attract what you truly desire. There's a specific somebody you don't actually bond with as well as you once did. But again, there's other people you're bonding with on a different level. It's speaking upon the transformation you're going through. There's a push to just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I want this to show. Bear with me. The name of the card. So annoying. But the High Priestess. Yeah, your transformation is speaking upon the amount of spirituality in your life at this time, and will more so moving forward. But at times that transformation can feel a bit all over the place, right? Sort of matching or adding to the chaos in one's mind, or just the all over the place a way of being. I do sense that you are going to gain a level of justice moving forward, and it's going to feel so gratifying. Let's pull for over here. Pulling right from the middle. Doing things in a different way, even for the same task that feels repetitive, will feel so refreshing, and it will teach you something about how you do things in other situations. You're being pushed to recognize in moments of connecting to the universe how burnt out you truly are with the Nine of Wands. Didn't we mention that earlier with that 9 over there? And I do feel like you're being pushed to understand when things are feeling heavy and when they're feeling a bit lighter, and what the difference is, okay, as far as what you were doing, who you're wrapped up with, stuff of that nature, the environment potentially. But I do sense that because you're feeling burnt out, there's a need to walk in beauty. There's a need to experience certain levels of self-care and speaking positively to oneself to enhance your glow, your beauty, or bring it on back. It just sense that you need to take care of one's skin with the utmost care, all right? That was a little bit repetitive, but we'll move right along. I just feel like at times when because you're so busy, you're going to be pushed to slow it down, and remember that as a Virgo, you don't like to rush. But I just sense that in moments where you're feeling a bit fogged in, or feeling as if things are being pushed or forced to slow down a bit, take your time. You're reminded that things are falling into place, and that's beautiful for you. You deserve it, okay? You're going to acquire the connection that's meant for you in the long run when the time is right for you, if you haven't already, okay? But I do feel like in times where you sort of want to erupt, right? Or be outspoken, or just speak your mind. This came up in one of your recent readings. It's teaching you something about what you don't want to put up with anymore, or the type of energies that rub you the wrong way. All right, this will all help you figure out who to associate oneself with moving forward. I just sense that there's somebody coming in for you. But again, there's a lot to heal, to figure out, and to sort of solidify in one's mind once again before that person or another wish fulfillment comes on in. For some, it's multiple. But do recognize that you're transforming in such a unique, beautiful way that it's helping you move towards and attract once again what and who is meant simply for you. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, Virgo, and I'll see you next time.